Hi, my name is Kishore. I am working as Assistant Professor for GVP College of Engineering, Visakhapatnam. Today, I am going to discuss with you electronic commerce topic. Okay. What are the contents involved in electronic commerce? What is e-commerce? The definition of e-commerce, features of e-commerce, traditional commerce versus e-commerce, advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. What are the different types of e-commerce, electronic commerce framework, and the anatomy of electronic commerce applications. Now, let's start. Let's see the definition of electronic commerce. What is electronic commerce? Electronic commerce or e-commerce is a modern business methodology that addresses the needs of organizations, merchants, and consumers to cut costs while improving the quality of goods and services and increasing the speed of service delivery. E-commerce is associated with the buying and selling of information, products, and services via computer networks. E-commerce refers to the paperless exchange of business information using the following ways. What are the different ways? Electronic data exchange, that is called as EDI, electronic mail, electronic bulletin boards, electronic fund transfer, EFT, other network-based technologies. So now we are going to see how these are going to be useful. For example, electronic data interchange EDI, a fast and dependable way to deliver electronic transactions by computer-to-computer communication. The technologies used in e-commerce are EDI and email. What are the effects of e-commerce? The effects of e-commerce are already appearing in all areas of business, from customer service to new product design. It facilitates the new types of information-based business processes for reaching and interacting with customers, online advertising and marketing, online order taking, and online customer service. E-commerce enables the formation of new types of information-based products such as interactive games and electronic books. Now we are going to see some of the features of electronic commerce. So what are the features? E-commerce provides the following features: non-cash payment, 24/7 availability, advertising marketing, improved sales support, inventory management, and communication improvement. So let us discuss in detail about each of these. Now the first one is non-cash payment. Electronic commerce enables the use of credit cards, debit cards, smart cards, electronic fund transfer via bank's website, and other modes of electronics payment. Next, 24/7 service availability. E-commerce automates the business of enterprises and the way they provide services to their customers. It is available anytime and anywhere. Next, advertising marketing. E-commerce increases the reach of advertising of products and services of businesses. It helps in better marketing management of products or services. Next one is improved sales. Using e-commerce, orders for the products can be generated anytime, anywhere without any human intervention. It gives a big boost to existing sales volumes. Next, support. E-commerce provides various ways to provide pre-sales and post-sales assistance to provide better service to customers. Next, inventory management. E-commerce automates inventory management. Reports get generated instantly when required. Product inventory management becomes very efficient and easy to maintain. Next, communication improvement. E-commerce provides ways for faster, efficient, reliable communication with customers and partners. Now, we are going to see how traditional commerce is different from e-commerce. So, traditional commerce, it has heavy dependency on information exchange from person to person. Communication or transactions are done in synchronous way. Manual intervention is required for each communication or transaction. It is difficult to establish and maintain standard practices in traditional commerce. Communications of business depends upon individual skills. Unavailability of a uniform platform, as traditional commerce depends heavily on personal communication. No uniform platform for information sharing, as it depends heavily on personal communication. These are all the traditional commerce, how it happens. Now, when you see the difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce, how e-commerce is different now. We are going to see now. Information sharing is made easy via electronic communication channels, making a little dependency on person-to-person information exchange. Communication or transactions can be done in asynchronous way. The whole process is completely automated. A uniform strategy can be easily established and maintained in e-commerce. In e-commerce, there is no human intervention. E-commerce websites provides the user a platform where all the information is available at one place. E-commerce provides a universal platform to support commercial or business activities across the globe. So now we will see what are the advantages of e-commerce. Advantages of e-commerce are reducing the paperwork and increasing the automation. E-commerce is bringing about advantages to both consumers and business organizations. For consumers, it is of interest to study the advantages in terms of the buying process, namely search, evaluate, and execute. With e-commerce, consumers can search the global market anytime and anywhere. By using search engines or search agents, consumers can easily compare products in the global market. This allows consumers to evaluate the best possible product efficiently. With certain digital goods such as software, consumers can execute order conveniently and receive the goods instantly. So how there is a fundamental formula to calculate e-commerce advantage. Just you can see if profit is equal to revenue minus cost, you will get the profit. So what are the disadvantages of e-commerce? There are many disadvantages, and now I would like to say very few disadvantages of e-commerce. There can be lack of system security, reliability, or standards owing to poor implementation of e-commerce. Second disadvantage is that network bandwidth might cause an issue. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. Now let me discuss the different types of e-commerce. So there are different types of e-commerce, and now according to our syllabus, now I am going to discuss only the four types of e-commerce that are involved here. Those are nothing but business to business, business to customer, customer to business, customer to customer. So now I am going to explain in detail about each of these types of e-commerce. Business to consumer is the first one. In this case, the seller is a business organization, whereas the buyer is a consumer. This enumerates this situation of physical retailing, and so it is commonly called electronic retailing. Typically, electronic stores are set up on the internet to sell goods to the customers. For example, if you take any website, something like a bookstore, something like virtual bookstore sells books to the consumers through the internet. Note here that the business drives the specification of the product and the customer chooses whether or not to buy a prefabricated product. An example of this in traditional commerce is purchasing suits off the rack. Next, business to business. In this case, both the buyer and the seller are business organizations. There are three types of systems, namely buyer-oriented system, seller-oriented system, and virtual marketplace. In many situations, it is related to supply chain management. For example, the same example if you take in the previous one, the virtual bookstore needs to order books from various publishers. The ordering processes can be accomplished by using electronic data interchange. The next type of electronic commerce is consumer to consumer. That is called as C2C. This refers to situations where both the seller and the buyer are consumers. With the advent of e-commerce, online auctions provide an effective means for supporting C2C e-commerce. For example, the same example if you take, the virtual bookstore can provide online auction services for customers to sell used books to other customers through the particular website. In addition, a virtual community can be formed here. The next type of e-commerce is the customer to business, that is called as C2B. This is a new form of commerce in which a consumer specifies the requirements to a business which provides a product that meets these requirements. These requirements could be as simple as an acceptable price or could involve considerable customization of an existing standard product or creation of a new product. An example of this in the traditional commerce setting is a made-to-measure tailor. The key distinction is related who is driving the specification of the product being purchased. Unlike B2C, there is a strong element of customization. Thank you.